Good afternoon, and welcome to our lesson plan. My name is Cristian Parraguez, and along with my classmate, Josefa Acuña, we will teach you how to carry out this lesson plan. Designed for the 11th grade, specifically made for the Unit 3, the importance of the evolution of languages. The content itself covered is the expression of opinion through written text. The lesson objective by itself is that by the end of the lesson, your students will be able to express their opinions regarding their favorite music genre and the relevancy of it in their life in written form. This directly catering towards the Objetivo de Aprendizaje número 3, as dictated by the Ministry of Education here in Chile. Before we begin, though, we need to consider that classes take time. This class itself is divided in 5 different sections, summing up a total amount of 60 minutes. For this lesson plan, you will need to have certain materials at hand. As a teacher, you need to make sure that you have your trusty whiteboard and that you have a couple of markers to write in it. If you're doing this in an online class, you gotta make sure that you have access to Zoom itself, that you know how to share your screen, and that you have a Word document. On the other hand, your students will need a Word document if it's online, or just pen and paper if you're actually taking this class to the classroom. So let's begin. First, we should start with the warm-up activity. That should take about 5 minutes. To start, the teacher will ask the students if they remember the basic ways to express an opinion. The students start to give information while the teacher writes these ideas on the whiteboard or on the Word document, depending on the modality. For example, using expressions such as I believe, in my opinion, in my mind, I firmly believe, I disagree, I partly agree, I don't think, etc., etc., etc. Then we move up to the pre-activity. The pre-activity takes about 15 minutes. The teacher will ask open-ended questions to the students. For example, why do you think music is important, and how does it affect different people? What makes a song popular for you? The lyrics, the song, the melody, the singer, or something else? Which do you believe is the biggest music genre right now? And do you have a favorite music genre? If so, what is it? So, the reason why we ask these open-ended questions is so that students are able to use the expressions that are written down in the keyboard by now or in your Word document in order to create small ideas, shorter ideas. This will help them learn and get used to the way of how an opinion is properly expressed. Now we'll move on to Josefa Acuña to continue these activities.
Hello, my name is Josefa, and now I'm going to present the rest of the lesson plan that my classmate Cristian and I designed. Now I am going to present the 3 resting activities, starting with the while writing, which is our main activity. And this one is going to last about 20 minutes because it's the main activity, as I said before. And in here, we will ask the students to write down a short paragraph, around 100 words, for them to describe and explain their favorite music genre and how it has affected their lives. Also, in this part of the activity, we will ask them to include at least 2 sentences or ideas using the previous mentioned vocabulary, the expressions that Cristian mentioned before. I believe, I agree, I disagree, I think that, and more. Then we are followed by the after writing, which is going to last 15 minutes. And in this activity, we will ask the students to share their paragraphs with the rest of the class out loud. Yeah. So that way, the students can hear everyone else's paragraphs, and we think that that is an important part of the lesson. And to finish and conclude our lesson plan, we have the wrap up. The wrap up is going to last at least 5 minutes. It is pretty simple, and with the help of this part of the lesson, we will close the session and also see and prove what the students learn from the whole class and the lesson. In this wrap up, we are ask the students to write down one sentence about another classmate's paragraph using the expressions that we learn in class. For example, Josefa writes down, I think that Cristian should mention blah blah, or I agree with what Cristian said, or blah blah, and yeah, that kind of sentences. So that way we finish our lesson plan, and then I hope that you really enjoy it because it was very fun activity. And yep, so thanks you.